Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Karina Nurrohmah. I'm from English Education Program Class 2B. Now I want to present research journal that from the title is Improving Listening and Speaking Skill in Mixed Level Group on the Material of New English File. And the first is, and this is search, and the first is case from the journal. Considering self-practice in teaching English in mixed level group, we determined some difficulties in listening and speaking skill. The main problems in listening are pronunciation, the speed of delivery, new vocabulary or terminology, and concept. The authors agree that students face this problem not only in listening but also in speaking skill. During listening and speaking, there is difficulties between a native speaker and non-native speaker, where their speed of speech various student can meet with difficulties in determining of the meaning of word, idiom, and pronunciation. And the reason from the journal is all of our student Kazakhstani have different language proficiency level because most of them are trained under the weak influence of English grammar at secondary school. Some students from Kazakhstani cannot learn English individually, and others just are in the habit of doing textbook exercise and read given materials. Ultimately, in higher school, they have difficulties in speaking and listening, like pronouncing words, understanding the meaning of the words, phrases, and analyzing the problem. In fact, speaking and listening are closely integrated skill in learning any foreign language. And the goal from this journal is develop a study and investigate work as scholars about the problem listening and speaking in learning Freudian. The authors try to analyze the difficulties in doing listening and speaking exercise in mixed level group, focusing on New English file, intermediate textbook, present different kind of listening and speaking tasks in order to improve all four skills like listening, reading, speaking, and writing. And from the New English file textbook, there are a lot of dialogue in New English file for doing listening and speaking skill. The research, I'm sorry, the research from the journal is to identify learning efficient activities in developing listening and speaking skill on New English file. The first year, students study English on New English file textbook during our experiment in mixed level group. Friesen, one of the role flies beautiful mind. We start to listen short dialogue from New English file textbook. The tasks of the student are to listen to the question from audio or video, research and to choose the correct answer. And after listening to short dialogue, students do exercise from comprehension. Does exercise include 20 questions of the previous topic are provided by teacher to find the main heroic something like that the acts something else. And the task helps students to be familiar English speed of speech, to pronunciation English word correctly, and to know English grammar structure. And method from the journal, the first is we use LSQ in our study because LSQ it helped us to create a group for our researching, and it is one of the easiest ways to compile data in short period of time. The eyes of LSQ was to elicit student background of English, student attitude to listening and speaking skill, student difficulties in listening and speaking. Data from the questionnaire were sorted and analyzed statistically and displayed in diagrams. And the second is participant mixed level group study are 21st years first year student from different group. Participant of the 20 student, 8 student finish school in village, 4 from towns, 3 from cities, and 5 from suburbs. The duration of English classes at school was different. Some here learn English for for 4 years, and of them have learned English for 3 years. And the last from the method is our study was based on the collection and search of the theoretical and practical material to conduct a questionnaire. The questionnaire have 5 asks to answer the student, like what area did you read, how long have you been learning English, what skill do you like more, what difficulties do you feel in listening, do you face in listening and speaking, what type of activity do you prefer in improving listening and speaking skill. uh, and the from questionnaire have conclusion of having mixed level group. The reason isn't of duration of learning English, and given question shows positive attitude of student to listening and speaking skill, they would like to improve their skill in listening and speaking. And they have problem pronunciation of English word. Students have difficulties in composing sentence using correct grammatical structure. And the last is question from Miss. In your opinion, what are the creative activities that can help improve the student's skill and why they are considered to be potential? In my opinion, activities that can help improve student speaking and listening skill are learning while flying. For example, watching movies together. In the case we listen to the movie, then student try to explain again uh, uh, from the movie, and the movie briefly. Here we invite to talk at least a little. A little it's okay to grow confidence in speaking, or with the teacher, like giving us riddles for us to guess. why do why do I think it is potential? Cause I tend to myself prefer to learn in an atmosphere or vibe like heavy or fun and not food phrases, so that it makes it easier for me to participate and enjoy to learning. Maybe that's all from me. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.